Okay. We should be up now. I want to try a laser saber, the classic. Perfect. So yeah, we need to fight some PU, and we need more fights in AC. Right now, my findings on the Sabre are that it is good. It can duel quite well for a medium fighter, and the stealth does seem to be beneficial. But it has a hard time securing the kill when you have mantises on there, which are the best dueling weapon in PU right now. I got into a couple big fights in PU, and I actually didn't actually kill any ship because they would just leave, and that's including fighters.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green. Shields online.
All right. And let's just see what type of fights we get into here. He's going to be resetting his ship. Boom. All right. Ares.
Friendly target. Shields under fire.
All right.
Friendly target. Friendly target.
He's very accurate even at that range.
Shields down.
Push through here.
Friendly target. Friendly target.
Let's get some gun back.
Friendly target.
Don't let him in close. Let's push that pip away.
Friendly target.
First warm-up fight.
Down. Friendly target.
Knock his shield down too here. Wonder if I can bait him into trading with me.
Friendly target. Shields under fire. Friendly target. Friendly target.
He's good. We're winning this though, just barely.
Shield down. Friendly target. Friendly target. Friendly target.
That's our first kill. Yeah, even with lasers, I'm really not sure I kind of like how the Saber feels to fly. Like, it's good. I just beat a Gladius, you know? A Gladius was pretty close to me in skill level. But there's something about it that just feels so... I'm having a really hard time putting it into words. It feels very wide. All right. Is it worth resetting my ship? We did take quite a bit of shots there, even though we aren't red. Let's reset our ship.
Systems green.
Are you dead in the water? Do you need me to finish you off? Well, you seem okay. Alrighty. Zace. Looks like he's doing some training.
Friendly target.
There's someone else right next to me here. Oh, hey, Mesh. Pengu. Lord Doo-Doo's really good. Gutter trash. They're fighting. Wired, would you like to duel?
Friendly target.
Alright, it's on.
Friendly target. Friendly target. Shields under fire.
We gotta extend the way here.
Friendly target. Shield down. Friendly target. Friendly target. Friendly target.
Oh man. We even had our stick break loose there. Hey, Lashridi, how's it going? Good fight, Wired. The Weps are scary. Alright, let's head back. How you doing, Lashridi? Hey, Dan the Man. Good to see you again, dude. Alright, let's try and get another fight in the old Sabre. It's a strong ship. Like, as much as I don't particularly, like, enjoy how it flies, I'm winning fights with it. It's a very strong ship. It feels so big. Min. Min's another YouTuber. Min has a great channel. I thought she mostly did FPS stuff though. Alliance, would you like to duel, good sir? Oh no, he's already doing something else. Never mind. We don't interrupt that. We don't interrupt that. Need some happiness. I know that sensation, buddy. Would you like to duel, sir? Yep, duel's on. All right.
Shields under fire.
You got a little bit early there. His aim's very good. I don't know why I'm losing lock on him. I don't think he's chaffing. Okay, let's extend. Push that pip away.
Friendly target. Friendly target. Friendly target. Shield down. Friendly target.
So we're red. We probably should have reset our ship after the other fight, though that's probably not why we're going to lose this. He's incredibly accurate. Oh, shit. We're need to try. Get some guns back here. We get a good mag here. There's a slight bit. This is a very bad fight for us. I'll tell you right now. We're about to lose. Yeah. But I think he's also ship red right now. Which makes me wonder if I had reset my ship and then just go and get to another fight, if we would have been okay. Yeah, basically, we're starting off just getting warmed up in AC free flight, do some duels. Then we're gonna go try and get some actual inverse in open world PU combat experience, because the AC does not do engineering correctly. But yeah, Mish, Pirate Pengu, and Minmin are all part of the same group, so I imagine they're all training. Resident gave us a good duel earlier. Let's see if they're interested. Nope, looks like he wants someone else. I will not. Yep, there they go. We'll let them have their fight. Mish is part of that other group. Let's do Spectre again. Up here.
Shields under fire. Friendly target. Friendly target. Shield down.
Extend. Yeah, Spectre's very good. This is how a fight between a Gladius and a Sabre really should go. But that's okay. Fighting people better than you is definitely a way to improve if it's not a huge gulf.
Friendly target. Friendly target. Friendly target.
I'm trying to fix my left stick there. Can't wait till I get my new sticks.
Under fire. Friendly target. Friendly target.
Yeah, we're exhausted now.
Friendly target.
I'm trying. Yo-yo a bit. Okay, get shields back if I can. You guys knows red, but that's all. It's not gonna be a kill. So his body's also. Yep. Yeah, he's very good. I think I might be able to take him if I was also in Gladius, though. Because Gladius has just massive flight advantage over the Sabre.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
Frame boosting? Yeah, I have no idea. Let's see. Grim. Nope, I don't think you wanted to go with me. You wanted to go fight Pengu. Alrighty. Yeah, just the sheer size of the Sabre is a bit of a problem. Is there any way I can lock in my freaking left stick more so it doesn't break free on me? There we go.
Friendly target.
Oh, god damn it. That's annoying.
Shield down.
He's gonna get me here. I have to do some triage on my sticks. When the damping, when the dry clutch comes out on them, there's a little screw that adjusts the dry clutch. It will lock the stick in place like that. It's a very annoying thing. I think I might need some Loctite on them because it's happening a lot on this stick. Or I could just take out that dry clutch screw and run it without a dry clutch. But that's kind of the nice thing about the BKBs. Like I said, can't wait for my new sticks. I love my BKBs, but they are definitely getting old. Alright, yep, so this screw right here fell out, and that's what locked my stick to the side. So I think for right now, I'm just going to leave it out. What that does is that slows down the return to the center point for a smoother glide and no overshoot when you let go of the stick, right? It's a dry clutch. But it's getting really loose on mine, so I either need to put on some like blue Loctite. I don't have any on hand right now. Or just run it without it, and then it's fine, it's just it will have a snappier return to center. But usually I'm not just letting go of the stick anyways, right? We're okay. It was just an unfortunate malfunction. It's not a break. It's only a no to fix. But like I said, once I get my new sticks, my Verpals, I shouldn't have to deal with that again. Alright, and we're good to go. I'm gonna plug this guy back in. Alright. See if this guy wants to do anything. Okay. Some turn right here. If he wants to aim trade with me, I'm actually okay with that. Though we may have been more hurt from Residence fight than I remembered. Yeah, it feels like the Sabre is pretty fragile. Because in an aim trade, you should just win. Oh, we're still hurt from the last fight, and I forgot about that. Oh, yep, there we go. Yeah, I really don't like how it seems to very easily just sit there and be like, very frequently, I'm on the cusp of going red, and the whole ship looks fine. Just as how the damage model goes for that self-status. Because I think in the first pass I turned red, which I would not do if I was completely full. I really do think we could have beat that guy. I forgot that we had a few minutes there just getting shot when we weren't flying. All right. I'd like to go again, Mr. Boombard. If you would have this fight, I'll just put one in front of you.
Friendly target.
Looks like he has his heart set on someone else. I would like a rematch. All right, he's not interested. Who's this guy? Oh, Pengu! Pengu will beat me. 100%. Pengu would beat me if I was in the Gladius. He's definitely gonna beat me when I'm in the Sabre.
Friendly target. Shield down.
Pengu's insane. He's a howler in Ares, which is their like top PvP stuff. I've flown with them for once, and not just an AC, but I'm not at their level.
Friendly target.
Not yet.
Friendly target. Friendly target.
Good stuff. It is a cool ship. Yeah, no one's arguing it's not a cool ship. I just...
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems ready. Shields online.
I got one more duel on my fingers are starting to hurt. Gotta protect those fingies. Here's the thing, guys. I won't even bullshit. Even if I was in the Gladius, Pengu would have kicked my butt.
Friendly.
Oh, he's on somebody else. We're gonna let him do his duel. The straight aim trade, it should win, but the issue is it just soaks fire. It's not even that I think it's particularly like low HP. It is just huge. It is so big, and even if you're just slightly above it, right? That's a huge angle to hit, right? Direct on is actually pretty small, but the second you get even like 10 degrees up, you have a very large target, and then when you get the pancake, it's over. Oh. I think I might have accidentally like encroached on like an area's training day or something.
Friendly target.
Okay, he's not interested. Doesn't look like. Oh, wait. Yep. Okay. I'll take Bombard again. All right, now that we're in a fresh ship,
Shields under fire.
make him push in.
Friendly target. Friendly target.
I also might want to change my shields. I think we are on stealth shields right now. For AC, I might want to change them to FRs. Because I really do feel like... surprised my shields are dropping this quick. We lost something. We're doing better this time.
Shield down. Shields under fire. Friendly target.
There's the kill. I knew I could take him if I had a full health ship. There's the kill.
Shields offline.
Let's reset our ship. Curse split. All right. All right.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green. Friendly target.
Here we go. Finally. He's in the arrow though, and I think Grim is decent.
Shields under fire. Friendly target.
There we go.
Friendly target. Friendly target. Friendly target. Friendly target.
God damn, dude, it's so hard to hit an arrow. Especially in a ship that can't roll or dodge shots like the Sabre.
Friendly target. Friendly target. Shields under fire.
Doesn't even have bad traits, but it's just dude, literally at the normal range you'd be able to engage, you just can't with this thing because it is so freaking huge.
Friendly target. Friendly target. Friendly target. Friendly target.
I could definitely beat Graham, I think, if I was in a Gladius, but in the Sabre, there's no way. This thing just cannot avoid any shots. Yeah, good fight. Let me see here. Let me pull this over here just for reference, right? So this is the Sabre here. I'll pull it up. Okay, and the anvil arrow. Go over here to metrics. Yeah, so it's more than 2 arrows wide. And even though it does have more guns, or bigger, 2 bigger guns than the arrow, it's just it's all about, you know, applied DPS versus DPS, right? And for some reason I really don't get it, but these strafe stats aren't bad. Like, let's put in the Anvil Hurricane, because that's a ship I most recently reviewed in here. The Sabre has better stat like strafes than the Hurricane. It should be able to avoid fire, but the Hurricane is also smaller than Sabre. Not as much, but by basically the entire wing, right? So this thing is, we're not really getting a width stat, sadly. But yeah, that's kind of the problem we're dealing with right now. And it's just because of that incredible width, it's just incredibly hard to actually get deflection when doing a circle strafe or a corkscrew. I'm being hit at ranges that I can't return the fire at. You know, on 1200 I'm being hit. But the advantage of the Sabre is supposed to be stealth, right? So dueling will not give us the full advantage of the Sabre, which is why we also need to get in the PU. And it's not that I haven't won Vice Knight, I have. It's just it's very frustrating to fly because it can't dodge fire, even though you really feel like it should be able to. Yes. So the way weapons and stuff in Surface Citizen works is you have hard points with sizes assigned to them. So for example, the Sabre here has a weapons loadout of 4 size 3 hard points, and then you can put those size 3 guns in those slots. You can change them between ballistics, lasers, cannons, repeaters, gatlings, you know, wheel guns, things like that, right? You can put lower size guns on a slot, but not higher size guns on a slot. So right now we're using CF repeaters, which are laser repeaters. They are not the current meta, but they are good for dueling. Penguini, would you like to duel?
Friendly target.
He would not like to duel. Exactly that. Although they're more general, it's not like you don't have laser or ballistic hard points. You just get a size. You can put whatever you want on them. Looks like he's fighting Gutter. So for example, right now Resident is using ballistic gatlings, which are the current meta for this patch. That might change as soon as the very next one, because armor is being modified. Looks like Gutter blacked himself out or gave up. And we're on.
Shields under fire. Friendly target.
Now,
Friendly target.
let's push away from that. Let's not let him knife fight us, because he has the advantage in knife fight, as he's a light fighter and we are a medium. Pull. Let's get a nice gun recharge. Let's get some stats back here. So those bullets actually have a lower projectile velocity than the laser repeaters do. All right, let's manage that merge speed. So I can actually dodge shots pretty easily, and then we're just going to hit him, get those shields down. There, we're applying damage. Now his ballistics apply damage through my shields. You'll notice my shields aren't going down in the bottom left there.
Shields under fire. Friendly target. Friendly target. Friendly target. Friendly target. Friendly target.
Got him. Got him. That was close though, and he did just have a previous fight, so.
Shields off.
Can't fight heavies for the life of me. Not heavy, but anyways, yeah. So you can also customize not just the weapons of the ships, but also their other components, their coolers, their power plants, their shield generators and jump drives.
Aegis combat system. Systems.
All right, I think we're about warmed up though, so let's hop over into PU and let's try and get some real fights. All right. I want to clarify. I do like the Sabre. It's just, it's frustrating feeling like I should be able to dodge shots with it and then having that not be the case, right? Alrighty. Scouting is a great role for it. Here we go. What are your thoughts on Avenger Warlock? Fantastic ship. Absolutely fantastic ship. The Warlock is so good. Yeah, no, the Warlock is a very, very good ship. You have to use it right though. All right, so let me just throw this out here. It is not a ship you fly solo if you're going to PvP with it. I mean, if you're doing general purpose stuff or PvE, totally fine solo. In PvP, the Titans, the Avengers are not solo ships. They are team fight ships, at the very least a duo, because they are interceptor tuned, and all of the interceptor fighter strategy revolves around them being able to string out targets for their wingman and being able to dive in to support their wingman. Interceptor tuning means it's very fast in a straight line, but very poor strafes. What that allows it to do is basically engage and disengage without lowering their shields. You have to even fly a different evasive pattern. You don't fly the corkscrew or the circle strafe with a interceptor. You do a very sweeping wide turn yourself with your main thrusters. But you pull an attacker straight, they will go behind you. You will be able to pull away. Your teammate will be able to slot in behind the attacker, apply a lot of damage with that man gun, maybe even get the EMP off. And then when that guy changes aggro to your friend, you swap roles. And that is the general bracketing strategy of interceptors. It's incredibly hard to deal with, but if you just 1v1 a light fighter, the light fighter will win.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage. Your insurance claim has been sent. Thank you.
There we go. A little bit buggy. With the EMP, you could argue it's a little bit better in the 1v1, but you need to be very, very good and make sure you win the early damage trades. Because the downside in the Avengers is they are big. Yes, every MMO has people recruiting for their guild in the side chat. So the game plan is we are going to go scout out Hathor sites. We have rules of engagement, so any bombers or combat ships without cargo bays are fair targets. Same with capital ships, though I doubt I will engage a capital ship with the build I have on the Sabre right now. But
Welcome to the ASOP.
we won't be attacking any starters or cargo ships. No salvagers. We're only interested in attacking fighter craft and bombers and capitals. There's no guarantee we'll find people at the Hathor sites, so if we don't, we will figure out what to do next. We'll try and get a pulse on what's going on. This person does not look okay.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval.
20 more seconds till we get our ship. Let's see. How many people are on the server? Do I need 4 for that? Am I freaking blind? Oh, there we go. Okay, this is a good server. We got 120 players on the server, 616 in the shard itself. There we go. Took me way too long to see that.
Welcome.
But good chance of us finding combat then.
Selected. Stand by.
Do you know any aim training drills? I found myself trying to center pip, and then when the time comes, my accuracy is bad. Okay. Aim training drills. What do you fly? Do you fly mouse and keyboard? Do you fly HOSAS? HOSAM? Because if you're neutralizing the pip, that's step one, but also you probably, if you're truly neutralizing it, if you're centering it on their ship entirely, you're giving them complete freedom in that fight to jump to the speed wall in any direction. So you might be helping make them evasive.
Combat assist activated. Systems green.
As for drills, drills with aim is kind of difficult
Launch complete.
because you know you can't really shoot at static target or even really at AI and get the same evasiveness out of a player. You kind of just have to fight people. However, there might be something fundamentally you're doing that's a little bit that's making it harder on you.
Quantum travel initiated. Quantum travel complete.
All right. We will start with Lamina today because that looks like that's in the sun.
Quantum travel initiated.
Yeah, so let me. I just need some more info. I need to know if you're on mouse and keyboard or twin sticks. I need to know what weapons you're primarily using. There's a lot of things that go into aim. But unfortunately, as for just drills, I guess the way you can drill is this won't be super amazingly helpful, but you can go against AI and you can enforce rules like I will only engage them within 200 meters and when the pip is neutralized on the X above them, right? But AI aren't going to evade like players are going to evade. That was sus as fuck. There's something right there.
Contact.
That's a freaking Idris out there. Is the Idris fighting somebody?
Shields offline.
I'm seeing something. Almost looks like shotguns or
Contact.
thruster issues. Oh, yep. There's a freaking Polaris that wasn't rendering in. Are there... Is there a fighter or something? What's firing these shot shells out behind it? Or is that a turret? Should we help one of these guys out? Dude, they're like knife fighting. Oh, oh man, that's lag. It looks like one of the turret gunners is firing from that. Okay, so it's not those turret gunners. Let's see if we can't disable that main gun. Maybe be conscious and give any other fighters show up though. Ooh, the lag is also a little scary. The lag is very scary. I don't even think I have enough ammo to effectively hurt this thing. A little sad that the Polaris chose to ran. But it looks like he might be coming back. I can disable this main laser. It'd be sick, but I don't think I can. If I had shredders, maybe. Yeah, we haven't even gotten a red yet. We're almost bingo ammo. I wonder if we undo the lock. Can I dumbfire these guys? Yep, I can. Is there a fighter? Hostess, okay. Are you on a delay? Because that was a long time for an answer, but if you're on Hostess, then okay, that turns down. If this guy shoots open the back door, I'm definitely boarding. I'm hearing rifle fire? Hopefully these guys have figured out that I'm on their side. Okay, gotcha. I really think, Slummy, that you might be on a delay. Well, that's an Aegis destroy, baby. I mean, we didn't do it. It was definitely the Polaris, but we took out a turret. We were harassing it, and I think this guy knows we're chill. So let's go for a rearm. There we go, ArcCorp. Let me really quick here. I'm just making sure, because if we're gonna have a conversation, because it seemed like there was a long pause there in replying.
Quantum travel complete.
Dual sticks, no pedal yet. Ballistics because of it being meta. Okay. Just clarifying that you aren't using like deadbolts or stuff. You're using like mantises or shredders. Okay, yeah, no worries. It's just like I wanted to talk with you. I'm like, if he's on a 4-minute delay, it's gonna be really frustrating for him, right? Yeah, because I'm like, I asked those questions a while ago. You did kind of miss us fighting an Idris, so that was fun. Oh, hello.
Complete.
Hello, floating guns. But yeah, so you aren't using things like deadbolts, right? You're using mantises or shredders. It did not rearm me. Please actually give me more bullets. All right, let's go to a different place. Shredders mainly. Okay, so shredders, that is an important detail. Okay, that's a really important detail. So shredders have a projectile velocity of 1,200 meters per second. Now they do really good damage. They do insane damage. They're actually a little bit bugged this patch to where they do even more than they should. However, because they have that projectile velocity, there is what's called the rule of halves. The rule of halves is you basically are not in effective range to shoot at somebody until you are half your projectile velocity's distance away. So at 1200 meters per second, your effective range with shredders is 600 meters. When we're talking about fighter v fighter, right? Bigger ships, different story. And here's the thing, the rule of halves is just kind of a baseline. It's not actually 100% accurate. You're really closer to 500, 450 to really get a lot of good shots on with shredders. Now, what shredders are great at, and why I'm even going to try them on probably this ship, is they're great when you're trying to get that alpha punch, that first shot kill. That the stealth ships like the Hornet Ghost and the Sabre will give you. Right now I'm trying out Mantises. But so Mantises, they have a 1600 meters per second. So that goes all the way up to 800 meters effective range. CF repeaters, they have 1800, so that's all the way up to 900 meter effective range. And so, because of how slow your shots are, you're gonna have a much harder time hitting a dodging fighter craft. Of course, while I have no ammo.
Docking request initiated. Docking request denied. Landing gear deployed.
I'm just gonna slip on in. Don't mind me, you two. Please work. Please give me bullets. Please give me bullet. Okay. We have something dramatically wrong with our ship.
Landing gear retracted. Shields offline.
Let's head back to Seraphim, unfortunately. Though I'm sure we have more action here. So that's the first thing. You have an easier time aiming with faster velocity weapons. The second thing is, so you said you were neutralizing the pit. Yeah. Especially if it also depends on the ship you fly. Because, you know, an arrow... Okay, an arrow can run shredders really well because you can get close. A stealth ship can run shredders because you can get really close. Your regular, like, say, Hornet, or even... let's go even worse. Let's go your F8, all right? If somebody doesn't want to get close to you, you're not getting close. And suddenly, you're just going to be range limited. But it's not just that they can keep you at range and win the fight. Throughout the entire fight, they're going to have an easier time hitting you, right? Now, once again, shredders have incredible damage. No one's disputing that. And so, on like a stealth ship where you can dive in and start the fight, get the first kill, shredders and revenants are really good because you can basically catch somebody with their pants down and nuke their ship before they get a chance to really react. But in a straight dogfight, unless you're in an arrow, it's kind of hard to recommend shredders. Where the heck is the station? Should be like right, oh, there it is. Now the other thing is, like you said you were neutralizing the pit. When the pip is genuinely neutral and it's on it is over their ship, if you aren't on a speed wall when this happens, both you and them are at your most evasive, right? Because you have entirely neutralized ship vectors. So that means you don't have to overcome any energy in any direction you want to go to dodge fire. So what you can do to make that a little harder on them is to intentionally displace the pip into one direction or the other. So then you're literally taking away a quarter of their options on where they can dodge. Because if they try to dodge in the direction of opposite the pip, they're just trying to overcome their energy, right? They don't have any inertia in a direction, really, when the pip's neutralized. When you put it slightly off to the side somewhere, you can basically limit how they're going to dodge. And you can make that more extreme by taking them to a speed wall, and then you know they can't go anywhere in that direction. But that's, you only want to take somebody to the speed wall if you know you have better aim than them, because then it becomes a genuine aim trade.
Engines online.
All right, we are going to store and recall the ship, and hopefully that will fix our guns.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Please visit us again.
Yeah, so what ship are you flying as well?
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit us again.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
Did that work?
Shields.
There we go. We are rearmed. Should not have taken that long, but hey, we got there. The blade is very good for PvP, and is only going to be better in 4.7. Assuming the armor changes that are in Evocati right now stay.
Landing gear rejected.
Yeah, the blade is incredible.
Thank you. Please visit again.
Alright, well, we've gotten the Idris kill. Definitely was us and not the Polaris that was shooting at it. It was definitely our Mantises that blew it up.
Quantum travel complete.
Let's see if we can't get any other action. Let's see. Is that? Yeah, that's a Tritus.
Quantum travel initiated.
The biggest problem with the blade is its cockpit. It's very hard to see out of. I do wonder how the armor in this patch is going to hit the Hawk. Yeah. The Hawk could probably still be fine. What I would do probably is give up 2 weapons of lasers for like broadswords then, right? And then have that on a different fire group. Run your lasers to get shields down. EMP it out. Okay, some AI.
Shields online.
That's a dead ship. Lots of dead ships. Let's get a bit lower. Let's see if there's anything around there, because something dragged these AI down. Don't recognize that silhouette, but it's probably not a valid target for us. Or, you know what? Actually, hold on. There's thinking about a silhouette. Omniskis. Omniskis would probably be the play with the Hawk. Okay, some grounded ships. We're not going to target any of those guys. Yeah, so far it just looks like a bit of a graveyard. Still, there were 100 players in this particular server, so... And I do mean the Crusader server, so... At Lamina, there was a frickin' Polaris versus Idris fight, so I'm hoping... that maybe there is someone here and we just haven't seen them yet. Or they'll show up soon. These are aligned. Frame rate, if you could not die, that'd be great. Did that just... Hold on. I just saw some energy around the base of that. I wonder if someone's probably gonna fire the laser. Or if an AI just crashed into the station, that's what I saw. And what's wrong with olives, Goose? Would you turn down a stream that had olives? Judging my go live icon. Thumbnail. Alright, well, there's nobody up here. We will head back to Lamina. Yeah, old abandoned ships. Sabre. Sabre in a curious spot. Okay. Pisces as well. Is that fucking Nox? Alright, well, nothing here. We'll head back to Lamina. Alrighty.
Quantum travel complete.
Initial scans show clear. Something right there, but it ain't moving. What weapons would you suggest for the Warlock? Took a while to be able to respond to the Warlock comments. That makes sense with the speed. I like the playstyle. Get in, hit hard, get out. I just wish the arrow wasn't so fragile. So the arrow The arrow's a dex tank, and if you can learn your basic passive and active evasion maneuvers, you can really stay alive in it a lot longer than most other ships. And I will say, you're going to find a similar level of fragility in the Avenger, not because it has similar stats for health, but because it's larger, and by nature of that, it will take more fire. That's what I'm experiencing with the Sabre right now as well, right? You really can't dodge fire in a Sabre the same way you can in a Gladius or in an Arrow. In a weird way, that's one of the reasons why medium fighters are kind of more noob friendly and harder to come back to later once you're a better pilot, because you'll try things that just simply don't work anymore. Freaking Firebird. I generally have a rule against shooting ships that are not being flown actively. Actually, that might be a Peregrine. The Firebird does not get that treatment. The Firebird is a really annoying thing to fight if it gets up in action. But if it's a Peregrine, that's fine. Why am I getting a constant spooling bug? Okay, so no one up there. For weapons on the Warlock, I would suggest probably, if you're an AC, then ignore ballistic meta and just do CFs. Do a Rhino and do Panthers, because you're going to want to get your EMP off, right? If you're in PU though, you might want to try a mixed loadout with a Rhino on your size 4 slot and then Shredders on your wings, and then only fire the Shredders once you've gotten the EMP off and you shut down their ship. But that's kind of a niche use case, and I think you probably would be better served just probably also going the full laser loadout and trying to keep them shut down. For Ganya, that is a Perseus. That's a valid target. A hard fight solo though. And we don't have Shredders that would be decent to... Polaris. Not the same Polaris from before, not the one that we helped. Let me pull away here. I have a feeling we're about to be in between a couple... between some fleet actions here. No, never win attritions. Never win attritions. Attritions are simply not good in PvP. Attritions are basically full auto cannons. Alright, the Polaris is waking up. Unfortunately, this is a bad place for the Polaris to be. Having a Perseus on your tail. Oop. The question is that Polaris crewed? Alright, we're going to assist the Perseus. And we're going to attempt to deal with the engine nacelles. Let's really hope that this Perseus gets the idea that we are friends, not food. Okay, shield down. We gotta just pull away for a second here. Okay, shields are back. We need to start disabling those PDCs. This is where Shredders would be very nice. Okay, I gotta get in close. We're okay. The PDCs are very low damage. So if I can just work my way in close on his rear, get into the slot like right here, we can get to where only one is firing at me. He's also got a ballistic one up there. Interesting. Let's just get me in close. Yeah, never use attritions in PvP for any circumstance. They are simply not good. Way too slow velocity. Weapon velocity is hugely important. I really don't know why this guy has kind of let up. Alright, we're trying missiles here. Damage doesn't matter. The damage number does not matter. First thing you should try to learn. DPS, alpha, doesn't matter. Applied DPS is what matters, right? So if they're too slow to hit anything, which attritions are, deadbolts are, then you have 0 damage. Oh, that was a little bit too much energy right there. Are those actual turrets up there? No, they aren't. Alright, now that we've got that PDC down though. See, now that we've killed the PDC, we have a safe spot to just sit here. Johnny stabs in a Redeemer. You better have gunners, my friend. You don't have gunners, do you? Why would you solo a Redeemer? It's a gunship. He's running. So this is the issue I have ran into. Yeah, for the Warlock CFs. But this is the issue I've been running into because of the limited ability to push a fight in the Sabre. Is even though I'll win fights like this, they'll just leave. Scorpius is also here. He's running again. Oh, okay. A crude Scorp is dangerous. When you get to 5. Change direction here.
Shields under fire. Shields under fire.
So I'm totally okay to keep jousting him. Because I get more reliable hits on him than he does on me. He's also running a full laser build, so as long as I just keep my shields up, I mean, we're okay. But that pass was painful for us.
Shields under fire. Shields online.
Give me a reset here.
Friendly target. Friendly target.
Ammo's close to bingo. But we'll see.
Friendly target. Friendly target. Shields under fire.
He's nabbing, he's running, I think. We've got no way to chase, we've got no way to force because we're out of missiles from our earlier engagements. Yep, and he's about to jump. There it is, jumps away. See, like, this is my experience with the Mantis Sabre, is I can win fights, but I can't get kills. So that's why I wanted to try out the Shredder Sabre next. We're going to RTB and head back into Seraphim. Rearm, repair, and swap in the Shredders and see how that does for us. Now, we don't have the same push ability as I would really like, but we would have dramatically more alpha. But yeah, basically what you guys just watched there in both the Redeemer and then the Scorpius afterwards is I did well in the fight. That Scorpius probably could have killed me if he kept swinging like he was, but it could go either way. If I managed my shields, we could have done that because we're hitting him through his shields, right? But in all of my PU testing with Mantises on the Sabre, I have been entirely unable to secure kills. I've won the fight, they've left, but I've not been able to chase because I don't have the speeds. I don't have the missiles to pressure them out of nav, and I don't have just the raw kill ability. So I'm hoping that, like with the okay. For a second, I thought maybe we caught the Sabre, the Scorpius again. I'm hoping with stealth we'll be able to get in close, surprise them, and get a power plant kill like we did do on the Hornet Ghost.
Shields online.
But I mean, we fought Idris, Polaris, Scorpius, Redeemer today. We haven't been shot down. Just we haven't been able to really do anything. We haven't been able to secure any full kills. Yeah. How are you doing, Pengu? It was good seeing you in there earlier. I knew the second we fled, I'm like, man, I can't beat Penguin and Gladius. There's no way I'm beating him in the Sabre. But it was a good fight. I think I am slowly getting better. I'm getting better at roll matching and stuff. Dude, I need this weekend. I've had the week from HE double hockey sticks. All right, and in we go.
Landing complete.
Landing complete. Listen,
Probably should have repaired it, but that's okay. I think I have shredders here.
ASOF vehicle retrieval. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Please visit us.
Sawbucks. Fuck. No, I think I do. So I traded in my Talon for the Sabre. Should I revert? Oh, I mean, they're very different ships. No, I mean, I don't think you should revert unless you're disliking it. The Sabre is doing well. I want to clarify this. The Sabre is doing well. It can duel decently well for a medium fighter, right? It is a better duelist than a Hornet is. Barely. It's big. It's very big, and so like, what you need to do is focus on pure aim and don't even attempt to dodge fire in it. So I think we put them on our Perseus just to fill slots is where I think I put my shredders, yeah. That's what happened to my shredders. Though that's 3. Here's the thing, stat wise it is nimble. Like if you look at it, it's got better strafes than the Hurricane, which I love to fly, but it's just so big. Like here's it compared to the Hurricane in size. You know, it's got an entire wing on it, and this is a heavy fighter. So the Hurricane, I feel like I actually can do evasive maneuvers and dodge shots. I actually can, and I can't in the Sabre. It's like, for me as somebody who is, you know, by discipline a light fighter pilot mostly, I had to turn my brain off for that aspect of it. So like, it is nimble stat wise, but it doesn't feel nimble in the fight. It feels very limited in the fight because of that size. Yeah, the Hurricane is a heavy, but the Hurricane is like the Arrow of the heavies. It is the smallest, nimblest. Dude, I just put out a video on the Hurricane. It's a lovely ship. I adore the Hurricane. But to say the Sabre is bad, that's not what I'm saying. It's good. It's very good. Just in PU, I have not been able to secure kills with Mantises before they run. Hornet Ghost Mark II. Okay, yeah, we're not flying the Ghost, so we will rip those off. What's the difference between ballistic repeaters and Gatlings? Rate of fire, damage, and projectile velocity. Basically, think autocannon versus Gatling gun. Okay.
Vehicle select. Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit us.
or regular machine gun, I guess, versus the Gatling gun. Yeah, no, that's a better way to do it. Regular machine gun, Gatling gun. Not quite autocannon. There goes my hero. I didn't turn off the engines. It's okay. She'll be down in a moment. Give us time to think about our life choices. They aren't low velocity, but they're lower velocity. These things are still relatively usable. They're at the bottom level though. Basically 1200 is the minimum I would use for that. Oh, don't you go back up. Don't you do it. Yeah, that's what I said. Down, girl, down. Come on, Sabre. Come on. I'll give you a treat. We'll blow something up. Come on. Come on. No. Hey. Yep. These ships, you know, sometimes they require, you know, you have to bring out the pack leader voice with them sometimes.
You are clear to load.
Alrighty.
Launch complete. Landing gear retracted. Shields offline.
Thank you. And please visit again.
Of course, Pengu, dude. It was good chatting with you. It was good flying with you for a little bit in AC as well. I'm absolutely down to play more with you, bud. I really enjoyed it last time too. Just hit me up. I will keep practicing and keep trying to get better for myself, so I don't hold you guys back. There's Daymar.
Travel initiated. Quantum travel complete.
And back to Lamina. That's where all that action was. Atreides was dead last time, so we're just going to start right back in Lamina. There we go.
Quantum travel initiated.
Yeah, so the idea behind a shredder on a stealth ship is you really don't want to get into the duel. What you want to do is sneak up close and just shred their power plant before they can react, right? Now, this is the playstyle I used in my Hornet Ghost video. And it was very effective, but the Ghost had more firepower. A lot more firepower. Moon Hollow. That ship is technically not a valid ship for us to attack. It does have a cargo bay. But Corsairs are often used by people who want to fight.
Shields online. Shields offline.
Let's just fly down there and see what's up. It looks like they might be looting the... It's kind of crazy how you can see the... I don't think I've ever been actually directly on the cusp of light on a moon before. Once again, we're not just going to engage them. Does look like they're down and looting. Yep, they're trapped to be me in cargo. All right, they are not a valid target for us, so we're going to let them be. If they shoot at us, though, game's on. We got decent SIGs. Hydrate. Best I can do is grab a soda from the mini fridge, but I don't have water nearby. I really should. I should switch to water. I need to lose weight. But a huge cough. Dude, I've got this lingering cough when I was sick like a month ago. Basically for the entire lifetime of my channel, I've had this cough. Okay, nothing here. Let's head to try this. Well, not nothing, but no valid targets here. We are not just going to go and troll that Corsair. He's not on our valid targets list. Here, grab the drink from the mini fridge. How's it going, Ultraviolence? So our rules of engagement for Hathor sites are has to be a combat ship primarily, fighters, bombers, capital ships, sub-capitals like the Perseus or the Hammerhead. If it has a cargo bay and it is smaller than a capital ship or sub-capital, it is not a valid target. If it is a starter ship, it is not a valid target. Of course, these rules are waived if they attack me first. Interesting. This was the Redeemer, guys. I don't know how this happened to him, but we were fighting him earlier. Looks like he learned that you really don't solo that ship. Interesting. Though we fought him at Lamina, not at Atreides. So he flew, he retreated over here, and then we ran into trouble. I wonder what killed him. On it? Ooh. No, that's an 84B right there. Yeah, those are really bad guns. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's not a good loadout. Kind of one of the reasons why, like, I don't know, I feel like I should do a weapons guide, but a lot of people are gonna get really mad if I do, because I'm like, all right, guys, Most weapons in the game are terrible. Like it's not a great opener. Uh, 84 Bs. I just don't like being negative all the time, but the weapon balance really is very limited right now. I was just gonna knock off his wing. You know what? We're doing the verse a favor. There he is. There's our boy. There's the man who wanted to solo his Redeemer in the PvP. Weirdly enough, decent FPS kit. That is a decently meta FPS kit. Light legs, light arms, heavy chest, heavy helmet. And yet he flew a Redeemer into PvP solo. If there was, there isn't any more ultra-violence. Oh, who are you? Cat Silver, valid target. We're diving. Don't you run, don't you run, don't you run, don't you run, bitch! Oh, he's fucking running. Alright, where is he jumping? Damn it. Alright, Brio's breakers. We're gonna try there.
Quantum travel initiated.
And the arrow is dangerous to us, but if we don't jump him with stealth, we have a really good chance of just getting the insta kill. Okay, he didn't stop at breakers, I don't think. At least we'll see if we can catch him on scanners as soon as we pull out.
Quantum travel.
Nope, he's not here. So Lamina then. He went to Lamina. That's next in line. Deadbolts. PvE, I assume. All right, come on, baby. Come on. Be here.
Shields online.
Valid target.
Friendly target.
I don't think he's actually manned though. But he's a firebird, and we don't let firebirds live. I thought I saw him move. It was just our own angling of it, right? No, I know. It does help if you turn things off. So you see right now, we have signature of 2K for EM. If I turn my engines all the way up, 2.5. And then the decay isn't instant, but turning it on is instant. That is generally the case. However, that person has not tried to dodge EM missiles. Low SIGs is still good. Though in a fight, yeah, like if you're dueling, turn on your stuff. But remember, cross-section only applies in, well, cross-section applies in different angles. So yeah, so with me fully up here, that goes all to 2.8, right? So you have a different cross-section reading from the front as you do from the top or bottom. Because cross-section is literally the visual return of your ship, right? Alright, well, the arrow ain't here.
Shields offline.
Cross-section will affect ship-to-ship targeting. It does. The angle of your ship does matter. I mean, don't take my word for it. We've got SP viewer up here. So what we'll do is we will go right up here, new Age of Sabre. Right, so we're going to go over here, radar detection calculator. We're going to just take out an Idris. So because our EM is the highest number, it's saying, hey, that's when you're going to be detected. Is it do the EM? Now, let's just really quick just turn everything off, right? And we're just going to leave empty, throw you into a snow blind, leave empty. To you. So now that we're much lower, depending on your opponent's position, so basically whether they're looking above you or straight at you, you could be detected up to 3,880 meters due to your cross section. So if we're looking dead on, nose on, EM. If they're perpendicular to us, they can see our pancake. Cross section. This is SP Performance Viewer. It is the best. I adore this site. So I also use it to compare things, like ship stats directly. So Sabre, Hurricane, because that's the last ship I flew for one of these reviews. And then what did we have in our third slot? Oh, we had the Arrow. That's what we had, right? And so you can see all their stats, their health, their durability. You can look at a summary chart, which shows things like their maneuverability. And the very useful tool is the size metrics comparison. And you can even do things like flip them on their sides to get a difference in that profile. Yeah. spviewer.eu. Incredibly helpful tool. But that backs up my claim over where you heard before. Cross-section does matter for ship-to-ship detection. Oh. We have an arrow. Cat Sliver's back.
Shields online. Contact.
That's probably an AI. This is a valid target. Gotta get right above him.
Friendly target.
We're a little early, but he's in heavy atmo.
Shields under fire.
He's not a particularly good aero pilot. And that's the kill. That is a power plant kill. We won that. Very cool paint job. I haven't seen that one before. Make him a little bit less dangerous. You need to be very careful. There we go. And now we'll let him fall. Not really our best fight. Everything feels really fucking like you're in molasses in that mode, even in light ammo. So he's back up. We're intentionally not killing him. We're gonna let him run. We don't want the crime stat, right? And we got our fight. We ran. No, we are okay with letting him retreat. Since we aren't getting any loot or any value out of it, we get a power plant kill. That counts as our win. We disable the ship as much as we can to try and encourage them to leave and not fight us again. And that's how we do our ethical PvP testing. Big quotation marks around ethical. Because it is still ganking. It is still attacking, you know, unannounced. But we have our rules of engagement. We only attack combat ships, you know, valid targets. And like I said, we try to usually avoid the full explosion kill. Mainly for crime stat though. Though if we wanted to attract more attackers, we could have gotten that crime stat. But right now with us testing stealth, we don't want to have the god marker, you know? I need to try and not skim my wing on the ground so much because this thing's a much wider ship than what I normally low fly in. All right. Guy with facts and charts. I try my best. I won't say I'm always right, Ultraviolet, but I try my best to give good info to people. I'm flying Hostess. So why you're seeing this input on the VJoy is because I turn that on to always on in settings. Because I always review my fights. I always watch them. Even if I'm not streaming, I'm recording my fights. And it helps me improve to be able to see my inputs, right? Because right here I can see my strafes, here I can see my pedal inputs, and here I can see my right stick inputs. So yeah, anytime, man. So I do think, I mean, so are you left-handed, ponies? Because otherwise it's Hosam, because it's literally left and right, like Hotas, hands on throttle, left hand, stick, right hand. That's why it's T and an S. Yeah. If you're left-handed, then Homas is the boom. All right, you already know. Heck yeah. Okay, sorry for lecturing then. Yeah, no. Hosam, Homas, that is objectively the most competitive way to fly. That being said, twin sticks when you have high quality. Am I crazy? Huh, I guess I just have low saves. But with high quality sticks, you can get pretty close to a mouse aim, and it's all in the practice anyways, right? But because of how aim focused Master Mode is instead of flight focused, the mouse aim is incredibly strong. We are flying the Sabre. Right now we have it full stealthed out, and we have shredders on here. Because we were flying it with mantises earlier, and we were winning fights, but we weren't securing kills. Bunch of fresh AI just spawned in. We're patrolling the Hathor sites because these are PvP zones, so we can do it. We also have rules of engagement. We aren't just ganking anybody. We're specifically fighting combat ships, bombers, and capital ships and sub-capitals. If it's smaller than a sub-capital and has a cargo bay, it's safe from us. If it's a starter ship, it's safe from us. But if it's a fighter, a bomber like the A1 or A2, or a Perseus, Hammerhead, or Idris, or Polaris, we've engaged. We've blown up one Idris. Well, me and the Polaris that was also there shooting at the Idris blew up an Idris. And then we fought a Scorpius, we fought a Deemer, we fought oh, hold on. Did I just spy something right there?
Shields online.
There's another stealth ship right here. Or there was. Did he just jump? Not you. Not you. He was in the air. Dude, I get you, man. And the PvP in this game is fun. Like, it's given me so many more hours than if I was just trying to complete missions. Existing in the sandbox, running ops, even just fighting in Arena Commander. I probably would not have gotten nearly as deep into this game if I did not join the PvP community. But yeah, do not feel bad about doing Hosam. That's probably the most competitive way to fly. Though I would recommend we tack on with pedals, because it will just give you a few more analog axes to actually play around with. Oh, okay.
Contact.
AI spawn. There's low flying behind your set. It hides your cross section. Well, if they were low as well, you know, if they're up here and looking down, they'll see me. But yeah, you can terrain mask your cross section. Doesn't affect your EM signatures. I do think it does affect your IR sigs. Yeah. Man, dude. Let me really quick. Here we go. Yeah, still 103 players in Crusader space. Somebody should be killing the Hathor.
Shields offline.
Somebody should be in Hathor eventually. Yeah, we're testing out the Sabre. The Sabre is going to be our next video. Though I will say, like, in its current role as we're flying it with shredders and full stealthed out, it kind of to me feels like a worse Hornet Ghost. The Hornet Ghost is so good at this boom and zoom, but there are genuine things to like about the Sabre. It is a better dogfighter, a better dueler in a 1v1 because it has some better stats for that, and it is quite tanky in the current PU environment. Cat Silver came back. He repped and came back. All right. Number 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Shields offline.
We'll drop our 6 and we'll loop in on him. Once again, he's a valid target because he's in a combat ship that has no cargo bay, and he's flying in this PvP zone. We're probably going to lose him as he enters. Oh, my cat is on my desk right now. Hold on. Baby, I love you, but no. Yep, right there we just lost him, but he didn't jump. He's still in there. He's inside the radar envelope of the station. Neutralize, 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 and engage. Alright, really quick, just going to pop that on. Don't need shields because it's a ballistic fight. And we need to get closer. And that's a kill. Kill secured again. Yeah, just... it's not bad at doing this. Oh. Are you gonna fucking try to railgun me? No, you're not. That actually hit me. I did not know you could snipe somebody out of a cockpit. Look, he did 25% damage to me. Well, he's out of his ship, so let's send this to the void. Geomancer in a purse, though we have shredders now. I'm a little bit more okay engaging a purse. Let's quickly go out to scan. Let's see if he has a crew. Don't think he does. Well, maybe. Well,
Shields under fire. Contact.
he's got the regular. Let's just slot in close. Wait, oh shit, no fighter. Hold on. Oh, that's an AI. We can get in close and disable his rear PDC first. It's right there on his fucking tail. Very good, sir. He's got one on each side, it looks like.
Shields under fire.
So shredders are good at taking these things out if he stops being a little jerk about it. Just fly flat for me for one moment, good sir. My cat's back. Kitty, no, you can't be here. I love you, but you can't be blocking my sticks. Oh my god, look at him go. I'm sorry, Kitty, are you okay? Kitty? Oh, there he is. Okay. That's funny. That's freaking funny, man. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Oh my god, I'm gonna crash. Alright, hold on. Who's shooting at me?
Shields under fire.
Is it just his PDCs? Still have 1,000 shots. We can do something here. Kitty. So you know why I'm not really worried about his PDCs? They do so little damage. They're really more of terror weapons against fighters than actual effective things. As long as you just, you know, manage it. And he ran. Perseus ran from a saber. Granted, he also ripped off half of his own fucking shit. So I don't blame him, actually. Moon Hollow. Moon Hollow. Moon Hollow. Moon Hollow. You are in a combat ship. You're in a snub. That's a viable target. We have 950 shots left. We're gonna dive him.
Contact.
We're gonna dive him. Interesting. He's still there. He's right there. He's injured the surprising that worked. I'm out of missiles? That's annoying. When did I use my missiles?
Shields offline. Contact.
I mean, he can't jump. He literally can't jump. He's in the snub.
Shields online. Shields offline. Shields online.
Dude, fight me. You have an advantage in size.
Shields offline. Shields online. Contact. Shields offline. Shields online.
There he goes. That's the kill. Hello? This is AI. Out of nowhere. I thought this was another player showing up. No, this is just a fucking, yeah. What are you doing, Moon Hollow? Can't tell if it's real good or not. It's not. Not a real gun. right.
Shields under fire.
Really? Kitty, holy crap, dude. My kitty wants attention so bad. I love you. But you can't do that. Here, go to your bed. Here, I'll move this out of your bed. Go to your bed. He literally knocked my mouse on the floor, which is why we injured that. I wanted to keep messing with him, but now we're not going to find him again. Never saw you use missiles? Yeah, I didn't think we use missiles, but apparently we didn't restock them. Although now we have the big bad crime stat 3, though it's all from... Hey, Cat's back. We are very low on gun munition, but we can try and kill him.
Shields offline.
Still 6.8k though. Something wrong with my inputs?
Shields online.
Something is wrong with my inputs. Oh, kitty. Let's hope we stay out of his detection range. So I need to reset my pedals. And there we go. All right, we're back up. Now where did the cat go? Right there. Okay, this is probably the last fight we can do. I'm not even sure if we had anything before this one. But we are going to attempt... Oh, wait. That's not... Okay, that's no one. We're on his radar now. Got a good first pass. You have to be very ammo conservative. Come on. Oh, my fucking pedals get out again. This is why we're... So I was wondering why I wasn't able to control this fight. All my pedals once again gave out. Need to get new ones. Kill. Without any forward and back input, because this little box is dying on me. And with low munitions. Goodbye, good sir.
Shields offline.
You have fucking cruise control on, dude.
Quantum travel initiated.
All right, let's see.
Quantum travel complete.
Okay, we have pedal control again. Now, if I put this down, will I keep it? Okay. We did that entire fight with the throttle stuck in the forward position, so I reached down and unplugged it, and then we had no throttle for the second half of the fight. That's why we kept doing the joust. And like, I'm trying to catch this. Why am I not catching it? And I noticed that the input was not being detected at all.
Shields online.
I mean, fighting the same guy over and over again, though, isn't really a valid true test. I mean, we just know we just have him skill diffed. That ship should beat this ship.
Landing gear deployed. Landing complete.
My kitty is now in his bed sleeping happily.
Quantum fuel.
But he likes to sit right against my right hand and kick my mouse and then also block my right stick. So that's why I had to move him
Complete.
as we're going into fights.
Docking request initiated. Docking request denied. Landing gear retracted.
Don't mind me just floating with Damo after some jackleg blew up my ship. Okay, he did one of them. Okay.
Shields offline. Contact.
Hello?
Shields online.
Oh, interesting. A Scorpius. I wonder if this is our Scorpius from before. Now, I'm not going to engage him here. But if he shoots at us, I mean, you know. We'll let him repair. I mean, it's also against Armistice to attack him here. I wonder if he has a gunner. He should if he's flying a Scorp. The last Scorp we fought did. Scorp's very dangerous. I'm gonna let him repair and then follow him out. Yep. Let's see if he wants to smoke. So far, it doesn't look like he does. He's making me push him. Now he's big, so in ballistic meta, he's suffering a bit because he can't.
Shields under fire. Contact.
Okay, we got one of them. We got one of them. Didn't know we had a buddy, but that's okay. We got the arrow. The arrow also died in that exchange. He was smart stringing us out for his friend. I didn't even see the arrow on scanner. That's a good fight right there. That might be Clasher for us. I think either one of those in the 1v1, we keep it. Nope, green hex. Hey! I will take Grim Hex. Green Hex? I said Green Hex. Grim Hex. Alright. Merit Banks? Merit Banks. Oh, guy in jail making. They used to be more common than they are now. They're not really a thing anymore. At least I haven't run into any. They were really common early on when the punishments were a lot harsher. I found my calling. Well, so here's the thing, right? So we've got crime stat 3. Normally this would be bounty hunters are after you, right? I mean, look, in a 2v1 where we were surprised, right? We were surprised by the second guy. Taking out the you know, and deleting that arrow was kind of worth it. We had no easy way to get out of there because we were in Atmo, right? So in Atmo, everything's slowed down, restricted. So with no easy way to get out, we stayed in, finished off that arrow. And then we were trying to noise to avoid the Scorp, but it didn't work. But before, you know, while the Scorp was waiting for his buddy to show up, we were winning that fight. And we won the fight against the arrow. Individually, we would have beaten both of them. Together, the 1vx, it's a very hard thing to win, especially when you're in a ship as big and slow as the Sabre. But we kill people, we blew up ships, and guess what? They're all misdemeanors. They're just fines. Because this game's law system is very broken, so we can just pay 80k. I'm a free man again. Escaping is fun like the first couple times, and the big chore the rest of the time. Especially if you mostly play solo like I do. You can't get somebody to come pick you up. What is going on in the chat? Let's turn that off. Holy fuck, I just realized. How common is your outfit? This is a pretty rare outfit. The helmet's very common because the helmet doesn't go with it. The helmet is just the standard heavy armor ADB Mark IV set. But the chest piece and the undersuit, these are actually from a sitcom bundle. So this is the Bombardier flight suit. And I really like it. It's very stylish and on brand for how I like to fly, you know. Kind of reminds me of like a you know, an F-16 flight suit. But yeah, you can't get this exact version in game. However, there's a version that has these sort of, you know, rubbery gasket things on the knees and on the shoulders as a more brown color. And you can get that at the Microtech hostile distribution centers inside the armor crates. You EVA'd into a hangar last night and saw you standing at the terminal. Had to be me. I'm really sorry, bud. I wasn't playing last night. Well, actually, no, I was, but I was an arena commander. So, well, they do have a lore explanation for that.
Your insurance claim has been set. Your vehicle has been.
The system does need to be better. But let me go somewhere and explain it to you, right? I mean, maybe. I mean, also, I use this outfit in my videos and stuff, so somebody could have been copying the fit too. Or they could have just also saw what I saw and liked it and came to it entirely their own. Yes, you get crime sense for defending yourself. Yep. Yeah. Well, it's because, so it's sort of like in sim racing, which is something I also do. I actually have a sim rig right there, and I need to race more, especially with F1 starting this weekend. Fuck yeah. Anyways, different game, different channel. I do have a sim racing YouTube channel, but anyways, just distracted. Automated penalties from an AI, really hard to get right. It's hard to determine who does one thing, right? Because okay, one guy shoots first, but what if the guy who got shot first was trying to ram or trying to board someone's ship, right? So it's incredibly hard for automated systems to hand out accurate penalties. It's a huge problem in sim racing too. So like even in iRacing, which is like kind of the biggest online racing sim, they just say, okay, hey, you have a crash, everyone is at fault, everyone gets the penalty because we can't decide what's going on, so just don't do it, right? You karate chopped the guy. Yeah, I haven't been karate chopped in my own hangar, so you got someone else. But you know what? Oh, I grabbed the Gladius, not the Sabre. You know what, guys? We've been flying the Sabre all night. I'm gonna get to fly the Gladius as a treat. I'm gonna get to fly my favorite ship as a treat. But anyways, as for Ultra, saying that you know, how do they know if I killed somebody? Much like on open waters, all ships in Star Citizen have a black box and a transponder. Now, eventually, these are gonna be things that you'll be able to like take and like, you know, stop transmitting and turn off and things like that. But in general, your ship snitches on you all the time. Everything that happens, everything your sensors have. All status, the ship snitches. It snitches to the system comm array. I've never had that bug. I've never had that bug.
Systems offline.
Weird. I've never had my bottom two MFTs bug out like that.
Landing gear retracted.
Yeah.
Thank you, and please visit again.
God, I love this ship. It's my baby girl. And we've got Mantis loadout.
Shields offline.
I've literally never had that before. My entire career.
Initiated. Quantum travel complete.
That's wild.
Quantum travel initiated.
It's because you're here. See my report to the airlock, soldier. I doubt those guys are still at Shubin. Did we get the name of that Scorpius? Because he was red, so I wonder actually. None of these jump out at me. I think the first one we fought was NN-14.
Quantum travel complete.
Why my ping no work? Probably because about you we have radar turned off. Why the fuck are you turning off my radar, ship? Geomancer?
Shields online.
That is the Perseus from before. Though I am not very keen to engage a Perseus with Mantises. Shredders is one thing. Shredders can knock out those PDCs quite easily. I mean, he'll see me. I have no advantage of stealth right now. Question is, will he engage me? Looks like he actually has a turret gunner this time. Yeah, that's a hard fight for a solo Gladi. Though even two, and that would even things out a lot. So AI. Is he landing?
Contact.
Yeah, with Mantises though, this is still a rough fight. He's shooting at the other Sabre down there because he thinks it's me. Got one.
Shields under fire.
Oh, he's got Trish's on there. Oh, no wonder he can't hit crap of those. Remember, chat, you never equip attritions, ever, if you're going to PvP. If you're only going to shoot Bobs and AI, okay, it's fine, but they literally can't hit anything. Let's dive in, try and get back in that slot we made for ourselves. If I can just get his other one on the rear down as well. There is a safe place I can sit if he just chills out a bit. Right here, I'm almost safe. We'll just reset our shields again. Did I get it? No, I didn't. Damn, for a second I thought I got it. Yeah, simply without shredders, we don't have the DPS to do much more meaningful damage to him.
Shields under fire.
Why did you just take this abuse from me? I mean, I wouldn't say this is abuse. He's winning. Because I have to disengage very soon here. I'm out of ammo. The mantises just don't do what you need to disable those PDCs. I got one because he was stationary for it. Still, actually, hold on. Missiles are an idea.
Missile lock.
Because the PDCs will prioritize the missiles over me. But see, if I just had one more fighter to help me spread out the DPS of the PDCs, he'd be absolutely screwed. If I can kill this other PDC, which I might have just done. Hold on. Hold on. I did it. Yep. So his rear PDCs are now done. They're dead. But we don't have the ammo to continue this fight. PDCs are not scary though. as you see, they're like, okay, as long as I just manage my shields to them, I'm okay. The ballistic ones are a little scarier, but guys, these do very little damage.
Quantum travel initiated.
They do very little damage. All right, we were sitting in there nose forward into a lot of those shots, and you know, we're okay. So PDCs are terror weapons, guys. Now, don't just sit in them and let them eventually kill you, because they will. But just watch your shields, shoot at them, break them. Especially if you have shredders. If you have shredders, you can do that way easier than with mantises. Now, they do need to be ballistic because you aren't getting through the shields with lasers. Maybe eventually, if he just sat there like that, yeah.
Shields online.
Listen, if there was 2 fighters there though, where the PCs would have half their DPS, right? Dude, we could literally just sit there. The people really, for a long time, myself included, overvalued the
Landing gear deployed.
PDCs until you realize just how little damage.
Landing complete.
Was my landing gear not fully down by the time I sat down? That's annoying. Technically, in how I roll this, forcing a rearm retreat, you know, I'm giving up the airspace, right? There we go. Funny how the armor texture doesn't come back, even though technically we're fully repaired.
Launch complete. Shields offline.
Now, I doubt he even realizes he's lost 2 PDCs. Oh, damn it.
Quantum travel initiated. Landing gear retracted. Quantum travel complete. Contact.
Was it Lamina? No, wait. There he is.
Shields online. Missile lock.
Oh, holy lag. So now that we've killed his rear 2.
Ammo depleted.
What? The rearm didn't work. That's so stupid, dude.
Shields running.
That is so silly. That is so silly.
Shields offline.
We literally just did a full rearm repair and it didn't fill up our ammo. That is freaking silly, man.
Quantum travel initiated.
We had another perfect slot to go sit in. I was hoping to turn off his engine nacelles and strand him, right? And it didn't even fucking give us back our freaking bullets.
Quantum travel initiated. Quantum travel complete. Shields online. Landing complete.
Rearm me. Okay, there we go. Jesus Christ. I swear, if I have to go back to surf and there's someone over rearm, it's gonna be really annoying.
Launch complete. Shields offline. Quantum travel initiated. Landing gear retracted. Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel initiated.
There's another ship right there.
Quantum travel complete.
Alright, big dog, where you at?
Shields online.
Is my fucking radar? It is. Why can't I target? Dude, this game is breaking so hard right now. You might have left too.
Shields offline.
So the land with them, see if he's there.
Quantum travel initiated.
Alright.
Quantum travel complete.
And turning off the chat again because holy crap.
Shields online.
Alright, well, looks like he didn't want to play anymore. I really wish my first fucking rearm had worked, man. So we caught him again. We were in that slot that we had carved out with our first, you know, set of munitions. We had a nice little safe slot to sit right behind him and just keep pecking into his stuff. If we started blowing off engine nacelles, we would have been able to trap him there. Oh. Alright, you want to dance, Mantis? Let's dance. There's an AI. Oh. Who almost went for the old bump technique.
Under fire. Kill. Contact. Kill.
All right, well, we've been going for about 3 hours. I think we're gonna call it here. I'm not gonna bother landing because it'll send me back to Seraphim, and I can reclaim my ship. I guess I will jump into free flight and maybe squadron battle and just see if I can get some more quality PvP in. Because I'm not tired yet. I just want to get more fights. Especially now that I pulled out the Gladius, I kind of wanted to do more. So let's see. Sleepy kitty.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
So Aurora, definitely not somebody I want to fight just because he's probably very newbie and we don't come here to dunk on noobs. Ooh, a scythe. You don't see a scythe very often. I don't think they're very good. Alright, who else is around here? A hornet. Ooh, I will take a hornet fight, please. It's Ichizato. Would you be so kind as to honor me with a hornet fight? Ooh, you don't have a loadout set up. You probably don't want to duel, do you? Yeah, he's probably pretty newbie. Oh, okay. Oh, but he put on his landing gear. I don't think you wanted that. There we go. I don't think he knows. I think he just saw me flaring him and flared back like, okay, I'll flare, right? I don't think he knows etiquette. Looking at his posture, looking at the loadout on his ship. Well, I'll duel you, man, but you're not gonna win with that loadout. Yeah, this guy's a new player. This is not fair. It wasn't really a good fight. I shouldn't have taken it. I should have just let him shoot at me. Because that guy definitely does not know anything. You know nothing, Chisato.
Shields under fire.
All right, I will engage the Aurora. Okay. I looked put myself in front of his nose to make sure he wanted to fight. Yeah, this is not. We're gonna back out of this. This is just bullying. All right, we have some knowledge. Let's drop into Korea. The people in here are the people who should know how to duel. Can't wait for everyone to start. The new regulations are sketchy, but just it's really exciting because nobody knows why did my camera move. Did this get moved? There we go. Oh, that's the wrong ship.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
Oh well, we can fly our Sabre.
Shields online.
Malgamis, you will probably kick my ass. He was doing a ship reset. So we will do one as well, because I want to fly the Gladius. We've been flying the Sabre all night. The Gladius is my home.
Combat assist activated. Systems green.
Save mag, save mag, save mag.
Friendly target. Shields under fire. Friendly target.
Let's pull out of that.
Friendly target. Friendly target.
get him back if we can.
Friendly target. Friendly target.
Damn. I think we were good until he has in that close bit. I think that's when I can beat. Just he's a very good aero pilot who can get in close. But that's where I need to practice more is up close. So I would want to get some more fights in on this guy, some more reps. Because we're dueling. Novena Commander doesn't matter as much because engineering has not been implemented. Damn. I need a reset. Yeah, it's doing a bad job of keeping his shields down. He was tapping me at range, and I was like hoping he would dive in, but he wouldn't. He would just tap me at range and stay back till his shields were full.
Aegis combat assist. Systems.
No honor. No honor. What? Because I reset a fight? Alright, to each their own. There's nothing in doing that says you have to stay in a knife fight. He was also keeping a distance. You have to play versus an arrow like you're in a a medium fighter though when you're in the Gladius. In the current patch and balancing. Alright, well let's find a different lobby. Actually, it's late. It's 11. We've been going for a little over 3 hours. I'm just gonna call it there. We had a good night. Catch you guys all next time. Have a good one.